If you like zombie movies, definitely go check out 28 Years Later. If you checked out the first two in theaters, definitely go watch this one. But as a standalone zombie movie, 28 Years Later is a good movie. And there's zombies throughout. It's not like there's one zombie sequence at the end. No, they are constantly being chased by zombies. And the storyline in the movie is compelling. You know, the storyline, the characters are compelling. Now, the movie revolves around a little boy, and they basically go to this island that has zombies on it because there's different parts of Europe that have already been reclaimed, right? So, my some of my unanswered questions about the movie were how come the boy only had a bow and arrow as a weapon. Like the characters, they only had bow and arrows as weapons. None of them had an axe or a hatchet, right? Because we know in England they don't really have guns there. So I was questioning, that. The other thing is there's a scene with these soldiers being chased by zombies on the island, and they're being chased in like a subway system. And my question was, this is supposed to be an island, and the scene where the soldiers are being chased by the zombies looks like an inner city. It doesn't look like the island they're supposed to be on at all. The boy didn't know what a cell phone was, and the year is 2028 when the soldier had a cell phone. So um maybe that's because there was no internet, but we know that the world was being reclaimed since 2001, and it looks like it's been in this movie the year is 2028. Okay. The other thing is, in the movie um they made the father character in the movie, they tried to make him unlikable, right? That he cheated on his wife, who his wife has cancer and is losing her memory. And so they try to make the father character an unlikable character who can't be forgiven, and they try to render him useless. Also the grandfather, and then in the movie the grandfather and the father really don't, the story doesn't revolve around them. That's poor writing. And they try to make it seem that the kid uh becomes independent when he doesn't need his family anymore. Another thing that didn't make sense is that the guy from the Bone Temple, right? This character played by Voldemort, right? Actor Ralph Fiennes. His character, um, his character is a doctor, right? So how come they try? Why is he like kind of insane in the movie? Uh, Usually doctors have grounded personalities. They're not into this esoteric, um, otherworldly. I don't want to say satanic because there was a lot of symbolism of the circle of life around this temple of skulls that he made. And by the way, this poster is going to have a whole new meaning. This symbol's going to have a whole new meaning for you when you watch the movie. But it's interesting that they made his character, who was a doctor, seem kind of like a mad scientist and insane. And what was the message behind that? And how come he didn't help the boy take the baby who they took from a zombie? They took a human baby, a zombie's having a baby, and they figure out that the placenta protects the baby from the zombie virus. How come he didn't help this little boy with the kid back to his outpost, to his human outpost? How come the kid didn't question? How come the kid didn't question when he took the mother to be killed in front of him? You know? Yes, he was dosed with morphine, but the kid isn't going to question, hey, you just killed my mom. Right? So the mom chooses to die. But why does she suddenly trust this doctor? She's gonna kill herself without taking her kid back to the human outpost. You know what I mean? Something didn't make sense about that. That she would just let this doctor kill her without taking the baby she just saved and her son back to safety. But they were trying to say that she has nothing left back home because her husband, the father of her kids, is like useless. So she has nothing back home. And so she chooses her own path of euthanasia. You have to watch the movie, you know. And so this is where the movie tries to be symbolic. But I actually think it's weak writing. And so did I like the movie? Yes, I like the movie. You should go watch the movie. It's a good zombie movie. And check it out. Check it out. It's as good as the other two. So if you like the other two, you're going to like this one. And we're going to get a sequel in January.